Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting edition of Manga Night here on Omnibus Live, part of the Omnibus Collectors Network. It's your boy Gio here, still petitioning for that Inhumans Omnibus. It's gonna happen. Just you wait. I am joined, of course, by wonderful friend and co-host, the Omnibus Collector himself. Riley, how you doing, brother?
Still collecting Omnibus.
Hey,
That's what I got in the mail today, was amongst other things, more origami. I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
that is wonderful to hear.
Organizing again, and we're in for a fun. I was about to say the saying is no nonsense, but more like all nonsense show tonight.
Hell yeah. Thank you to the chat, as always, for tuning in with the emojis, with the salutations, all that fun stuff. Good evening. Thank you. Ship it, Chris. Baz Reads Books. Thank you so much for joining. Just Mason. The artist, formerly known as Jesse Say What. I'm always looking forward to Jesse because he's always, most of the time, he's first. So that's always cool to see. Tonight, it's kind of a weird, wacky, goofs and gaps kind of show. We got hauls. We got the books of the month. I think that's an unofficial segment that I'm now just thinking of. And I got some solicits from Seven Seas. They emailed them to me because I'm important now. And Kodansha got some digital only titles that everybody's going to hate because it's digital only, but still worth highlighting just for the heck of it. And yeah, all the questions that you guys might have in the chat. So welcome back, everybody, to another installment. And before we get started, let me give a shout out to the sponsor, our wonderful sponsor of this channel. That is, of course, In Stock Trades, your home for all things collected editions, whether it be an omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and so much more. You get it at In Stock Trades. Deals up to 50% off, deals of the week, fantastic prices, all that fun stuff. If you place an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. If you place an order week by week, you get an extra 2% to that you can add to your orders. Loyalty discount, take advantage of that. And just fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging at InStockTrades.com, your official sponsor of Omnibus Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST. Here are a couple of the books that came out this week. Cool stuff. Look at that, top seller, Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 11.
Nice. It is. Every time a new one comes out.
Yeah, and Animal Man, your favorite DC superhero, right?
So great lineup right in the first two. Spawn, Brightest Day. Ice Cream Man, though.
Yeah. Dr. Doom, here's some Batman, Fantastic Four, Cyber Force, Joe Golem. Cool stuff all around. All the manga and all the comics you can need, you find it at In Stock Trades.
I ordered that Battletoads art book. I honestly, I didn't even know it was coming out, but I've been collecting some art books recently just for funsies. And I was like, I feel like that would be a really fun one to have, the Battletoads.
Yeah. I like art books. I don't have enough of them, but they're always fun to get when you do. Especially if it's something you really, really like. I didn't know, by the way, that IST, and I'm probably shooting myself in the foot because now all of you are going to buy it and I'm not going to get it. I didn't know IST had the Fate Stay Night Return to Avalon book. That's the massive art book that came out from Udon. That's a really cool piece. It has anime artwork, video game, manga, all from the franchise itself, all the different variations of Fate. So if you're a big Fate Stay Night fan, pick it up. Look, I'm going to check it out right now. Fate of Avalon. I think that's what it's called.
I know
nothing here it is.
Of the Fate series, and all I know is a friend of mine said that now they should add the Queen to the Fate series
Oh my God.
Since she died.
Yeah. R.I.P. Queen. So yeah, if you're looking for a weeb-tastic art book, I highly recommend The Return to Avalon from Takashi Takeuchi. Cool stuff. All righty.
Start.
Leslie, thank you for joining. Hi, I just bought some out-of-print Lucky Star volumes. hopefully the fact that the author is continuing the series means that we can get them released over here in the West. Nice. That's awesome to hear. I hope you paid you got a sweet deal for those out of print books.
Absolutely.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll highlight some comments as we go along. Hauls, Riley, what did you haul? You wanted to show some stuff.
Of course. So this haul that I've gotten today, I already showed that. Oops, I got the Noragami Omnibus. This is the first 3-in-1 for this
Look at that
series.
thick boy.
And yeah, and it's it's oversized. So just using the other book that I got as an example, it is an oversized volume, bigger than the existing singles of Noragami.
That's sick. I love the spine.
It's a nice looking one. I've never read the series. I've never gotten into it. So I'm definitely taking this as the opportunity to try it out. It has fantastic artwork. There's some colored pages.
Damn it. I want that. Son of a gun.
It's good. I really love the production of the omnis that Kodansha has been doing, like this and Seven Deadly Sins. And I'd probably get the Attack on Titan ones if I didn't already have the Colossals. Yeah. But I really love the production on these bigger ones, and the price point. It's $20 for 3 volumes, and each of the standard volumes from Kodansha, if I'm not mistaken, are $11.99. So you're getting a really, really good deal when you buy the 3-in-1s. Let's see. There, and I showed Mao for a second. I still need to read 6, but here's 7.
Wow.
Spy Family 8, everyone's favorite girl, Anya in there. Mashal Volume 8, fantastic. Nice. There's Call the Night for you. I know you've been collecting.
Hey, I just started getting that. Nice.
And Fly Me to the Moon. And then I went all in.
By the way, Fly Me to the Moon, when you can, check out the opening song on YouTube. I think you'll love it. It's really fun.
Is it not Frank Sinatra?
No. It's a rap song by a Japanese singer, lady, and it's really catchy as hell. That was from back in 2020. Yeah. Continue.
So I decided to go all in on Denpa because I realized that I already had a lot of what they publish. And I like the quality of their publications. And so I decided to get everything that I don't already have. Now, speaking of art books, here's the biggest piece. Was Future Log. So this is a really beautiful art book. It is, I'm going to warn, it's not 18 plus, it's 16 plus. But there is some material in here that is definitely not safe for work. Just a few.
Like risque or full on NSF?
There's a full on. I didn't realize that because it wasn't labeled as 18. But there is some full on stuff. But it is really great artwork of Range Murata. Really nice presentation too. It has there's a dust jacket, but also like a protective sleeve on the outside. Anyway, so I won't be showing much of that, but I don't want to get us in trouble. And I got Heavenly Delusion, Volume 1.
Oh, that's the one with the robot boobs. Sorry.
And 3 more boobs?
Yeah, and Volume 4. Remember last week where I asked if the robot had nipples?
Oh, yeah. This one from the artist of Tagami Bachi, letter B, Pez. This one,
dope cover.
This one's cool. Full color. I'm trying to find some nice pages, but full color artwork. It's a small, thin book, but it is very well produced, as is anything you'll get from Denpa. Nice. And for funsies, I'll mention here that Denpa, if you didn't know, was from Faku, the hentai publisher.
Really?
They spun out of Denpa.
Oh, okay.
And then Kuma spun out as well. Kuma being the BL publisher.
Yeah.
And I have more, but I just wanted to talk about this for a second because I find it interesting. So I talked to someone. I don't have like I talk to a lot of people like in the industry, And one of the people that I've been talking to recently within like a small like server, Discord server, is a letterer for Faku. And she said, there's a couple these are kind of anecdotes. Number one, she said Faku is the best paying for letterers in the business outside of Viz.
Go figure.
Um, so Faku pays really well. She also said though that like the association that Faku or that Denpa has with Faku has kind of gotten in the way of them licensing things, because the license holders in Japan are like, well, we don't want to license to a company that's associated with H manga.
Yeah.
And so the CEO is trying to create an umbrella company that holds all three of their brands, but is like so that they don't have to associate as strongly. Somehow they're going to make that work. So that's just some fun information about Denpa and Denpa's parent company and sibling company Kuma. Speaking of Kuma, not a Kuma book, but Kuma means bear, and I got Baby Bear Bakery.
There we go. Nice.
This is a first volume or is it a single? No, it's a first volume. First volume that came out somewhat recently. It's rather thin. It's got the nice French flaps, and on the inside you have some cute little artwork.
That is adorable.
It's a 4-koma. Yeah, 4-koma book. Just fun 4-panel stories. And then this one is a little spicy.
Yay. There we go.
Put out Pleasure and Corruption.
We've been chatting about that every time they're on the haul videos for like 3 freaking years now.
So
you got to let me know how
one that jumped in. And my friend that was on last month, Steph, I think she's familiar with this. And then the Laura who did the panel with me in San Diego, I think she mentioned it specifically when we were talking about stuff. She mentioned Pleasure and Corruption, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was Denpa. It's rated 16+, so it's not the same level as like stuff that you'd find over at Steamship from 7 Seas. And then we got single volume Maiden Railways.
Whoa.
And here are the 4 volumes of Today's Menu for the Emiya Family.
Oh, I can't believe you got that. Oh, well, you're going for a complete set. What the hell?
Yeah, I was like, Denpa has such a small publishing line. Like, I want to just immerse myself and try everything that they're doing, because I have enjoyed everything that I've read from them. And of everything else that I didn't already have, I think I didn't know about Maiden Railways. I had at least heard of and technically was recommended by the friends that I mentioned, Pleasure and Corruption, but this was the only one that I had never heard of at all.
You could have asked me about it, and I would have geeked out and told you about it.
You told me that would have been a Geo recommendation.
Yeah, that is a spinoff. If anybody's curious, that's a spinoff from Fate Stay Night. The main character, Shido Emiya, he likes to cook, so this is a spinoff of basically a cooking manga. It's unrelated to. You don't have to read the main series or know about the series. It helps, but it's mostly like a slice of life comedy thing. It's really wholesome compared to the original source material.
Well,
and it has a Switch game.
I'm gonna have to get into Fate now.
Yes, please. Watch the Unlimited Blade Works or Fate Zero.
Here's the big one. That's the second volume of Silent Hills hardcover.
Nice. I love that spine.
Yes. These are, of course, the same dimensions, more or less, as the hardcovers from Dark Horse. And we have some beautiful color interior in there.
Nice.
Black and white, of course, but there is some colored stuff in there. And some essay and whatnot in there. So there's a lot of material in here that really makes this, aside from just the blown up artwork, there's a lot that makes, in my opinion, these hardcovers worth grabbing.
That's really cool.
So those are the books that I got from Bright Stuff. And then I I purchased off of someone online, and they were like, hey, does anyone want Princess Jellyfish, and I was like, I've been
Oh,
to
I
pick
need that.
up. And then I had bought stuff from this guy before, and so whenever I was talking to him about like, payment and whatnot, I was like, do you have anything else that you're looking to sell soon? Because we can just throw it in there. And he's like, actually, in my closet, I do also have Tokyo Torareba Girls by the same creator.
That's
And so-
awesome. Do you have her autobiographical manga?
I need to get that one too.
That's the one I have.
I do need that. It's much shorter, right? It's only like 3 volumes or something.
Five books.
Well, it is shorter. It is shorter than Princess Jellyfish is quite a.
I really love her art, and I read the previous material that I mentioned, and I want to get Princess Jellyfish and the Tokyo Girls.
I've wanted to get this one. Like, I'm not lying. Like, before I even made a channel, like before I started my channel, before anything that I did online, because the first time that I ever had any sort of work in like reviewing or like talking about comics in any sort of like semi-professional capacity, the guy who ran the site was a huge Princess Jellyfish fan, and like whenever I see that someone is so passionate about something, I like it automatically goes on my list of like I need to check that out. And so that's literally been on my list for that's at least a decade that it's been sitting on my list, and I just never went for it. I don't even know if the manga was out at the time in English, like because I know that the anime had come out.
Yeah,
and that's what he was into, was the anime, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's so good." I don't think it was out because this is 2016 for the English version. But
Princess Jellyfish box set is on sale on Right Stuff for 117. That's nice. I dig it.
So that's my Denpa and Akiko Higashimura.
That's a big ass haul, my dude.
It was a lot. I got all of this today, and like I was like, damn, I got to carry all these boxes up. But I'm excited to have them all. They're books that I've these two, Jellyfish and Tokyo Torareba Girls, I've been wanting to grab for a minute.
And man, if you might be on the fence with Princess Jellyfish, read Blank Canvas. I think you may have. I don't know if you have or not. I usually recommend Blank Canvas, and then people jump into the other series because it's really freaking good. But I would recommend Princess Jellyfish. I did like the show back in the day.
So that's everything I got today. And
Warren said
books yesterday.
Couldn't get into Fate either. Just pictured the stupid meme of that guy. Watch Fate Zero. It's dark. It's awesome, and it's not what you might think based on that meme of Hiro Emiya. If you like Fate Zero, you're probably gonna like. I just like that route, the main game, whatever. I don't like the Apocrypha and the hundreds of spin-offs. I don't like any of that. I just like Zero, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel. That's all I like when it comes to Fate.
But what about the food spin-off?
Oh, and but that food spin-off is based on the 3 that I mentioned.
Okay.
Because you go into the other stuff, and there's a ton of spin-offs and games, and it's too much. I just like the original 3 trilogy scenario. And like Cleveland Brown agrees with what I said. I couldn't get into Fate Tonight, but got into Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works. There you go.
I like food manga or like gourmet manga.
Yeah.
Because like they're usually really relaxing. Like that's just like, type of books that sometimes is like, I've had a long day doing whatever I have to do during the day, work or otherwise, and reading food manga is usually a good way to chill.
Yeah. And man, yes, same author. She did an autobiographical take on her life as a mangaka and as a young woman, and getting into the business and all the trials and tribulations and dealing with like vices in college and it gets heavy and emotional and funny at the same time. The art is splendid. I highly recommend it. It's only 5 books from Seven Seas. Seven Seas, yeah. Um, I got a small haul. You remember? I forgot to tell you on our chat, Riley, but my local Walmart is going all crazy
Yeah.
the past month or two. And now, previously they stocked up on a bunch of Vinland Saga, and that sold out. So the other day, I walk in, and there are a million copies of Sailor Moon, the new Takeuchi edition, the small one,
Yeah.
just specifically Volume 3. No ones or twos, just three, and they had dozens and dozens. I'm like, what is happening? That is so random. And then next to it, Blood on the Tracks. Like, okay. One wholesome and the other maybe not so wholesome. But I did get to keep a couple, just 4 books here. A friend of mine, she gifted me Black Lagoon books. I got Volume 4,
Nice.
which are the ones that are available in stores that are still in print, I guess, or in stock, sorry. Volume 5 and Volume 10. And I previously got Volume 11, 1, and 12. So I'm missing 6 more books to get the whole thing. And I just mentioned I was at Walmart, and they had My Dress Up Darling, Volume 6, which is the latest one. And instead of ordering it online, which I was going to do, picked it up at the store. So yeah, I can't show you anything because I don't want to get spoiled because this is brand new material, but it's pretty freaking wholesome, this series. Let's see if there's anything that I can show off. Yeah, because there are random panels here with a lot of thighs and butts and boobage because they're doing cosplay, you know. I think, yeah, I do like the art, the character designs specifically, but it's a funny series. It's pretty wholesome at times. So I got that, and this is a sneak peek because I do have an alternate or a sister channel on YouTube called Geekdom Gaming where I talk about video games. And I'm doing something really stupid but really cool at the same time. I'm a big fan of the Pokemon franchise, so I decided to get all the Pokedex books. So I've been getting that instead of certain books and manga comics. So I'm excited for that. Mostly because there's never been we don't have art books and stuff like that for adults that grew up with Pokemon.
Yeah.
So at least with the Pokedex books, you get character artwork, you get the Pokedex entries with the official art, and sometimes you'll have concepts. Like for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they have concept art for the Mega Evolutions with the sketch designs and all that stuff, and I'm really excited about that. So I've been getting all those, and nobody wants these books because who buys guides anymore? So most of them I got for like $5, $8, stuff like that. So this one just came in, and I'm looking forward to getting the others.
Dude, they like. I'm sure that there are some people, and there probably are some guides, not counting like special edition, like hardcover ones, that people do try to collect. Like, I'm sure there are some that are rare, but like when I worked at GameStop, there were so many guides, like when they still carried them, that just got like shrunk out. Like they would just penny them out and then get rid of them and throw them away. So I'd buy them for a penny and then take them to half price and get, 10 cents each. So I'd turn around. But whatever I got, I got a little bit. That's been when I had, barely a pot to piss in. So like I needed that to buy food. But the point being, like, yeah, I think you could buy the whole thing. And I think it is ridiculous that there's not like any sort of like any major franchise. There's art books, there's something to celebrate that franchise. But like Pokemon has the games and the cards, and with so much stuff that they have, there really isn't something like, what I would love is if they did art books showcasing the artwork of the cards, like from going back to the original sets.
There is one book, but it only covers a small portion of the history of the TCG. You can
Do we
check
need
it
to
out.
have like full stuff? Like you need to show me that, and if I can find it for a good price, I will add it to my collection. But like we need to have like the like borderless artwork, like showing the original full art that went on onto a lot of those cards, because you had a lot of cards that had really nice painted artwork. But speaking of video games, I got two on last week, the JoJo's All-Star Battle for the PS5.
Awesome.
I still haven't plugged in my PS5 because I am a jackass, but I got that in the TMNT Cowabunga collection. And I haven't played this either because my Switch is not plugged in right now. But I will I will plug in my PlayStation 5 at some point. I've just been so busy that like I bought it in the end of June, I think, when it came back into stock. And I literally at that time I was like, I know that it's going to be a while before I play with this thing, but like I want to make sure that I get it because I can get it now. Like I can afford to buy this now, and it is available.
Do you have this book?
No.
You can find it not on Amazon. Don't look at Amazon because they're asking like $30, but you can find it on eBay for like $10 for cheap. So it's the Pokemon trading card game illustration collection, and it goes up to a certain year that I can't remember.
Yeah, I see good prices. I just want to make sure whichever one I get is a good condition.
Yeah. So I've been meaning to get it. I've just delayed it for a good while.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So this art, it has Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I would think it goes up to 2016, 17 stuff.
Oh, that one's already sold.
Yeah. And there is it's not related to Pokemon, but it kind of is. There's a Sugimori art book from Japan that I do want to get, but it's expensive because you have to import it.
All right, I bought it.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, so I appreciate the information about that. So that's like exactly what I want. And speaking of Pokemon, I was organizing a lot of my cards today, and a lot of the cards that I was organizing were from the Halloween pack.
Do you know how frustrated I am? That is awesome. I love that. That I pre-ordered the friggin' to get one of the boosters, one of the Boo packs, Boo as in Boo, and because I can never find them in stores locally, I don't know how people get them. So I ordered one from Amazon, and then I got a delay for like September 13th, and then I got another delay, and now it's supposed to come out arrive on September 27th. So I'm really annoyed by that. I can't have it now, unfortunately.
I ordered the one from Amazon, and I haven't heard anything about delays or anything, but I was eating dinner like 2 nights ago, and my friend Steph texted me and was like, just a picture of the thing. She's like, look what I found at Target. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I haven't gotten mine from Amazon yet. I'm gonna go and get one. So I can use the one that comes from Amazon to give away to the kids and have the other one for myself.
Nice.
And so I ran to Target, and I went straight to like the little trading card section, and it was the last one they had. It was the last one they had. So I grabbed it, and I was like, cool, that's awesome. They also had the Pokemon Go packs of the team leaders for the 3 teams. So I got all of those as well, because I'm like trying to, of all the sets, the Pokemon Go set I'm trying to complete, and I'm actually pretty close to completing that set. But I think anyone, like, if you want to get the number one, the thing to know about the Halloween cards is these are cards from previous sets. just branded with the little Pikachu pumpkin on there.
Yeah, exactly.
There are 30 cards total in the set. 10 of them are holographics, like this Gengar. And if you do buy one of those sets, you will get a complete set. You get, was it 43 card packs? So you get 120 cards. I got 3 complete sets and then a bunch of additional. So I'm gonna give away the extra 2 complete sets and all the additional stuff. Honestly, I'm probably gonna give away all of my duplicate like commons and uncommons. I'm thinking I'm gonna put together some like Pokemon grab bags for Halloween.
That's awesome.
And just have those, like, if kids want candy. I mean, they can have both. I don't really care. Like, but if they like Pokemon, I'll be like, hey, you like Pokemon? Here's Pokemon.
Yeah, if I were a kid, I'd be more happy to get the cards, honestly, than candy.
I would too.
But I get it.
I'm happy about the candy because I did also buy some Halloween candy
because they're already hunting for candy and they're going to get it at different houses. So if they show up at yours and they get a booster pack, if I were them, I'd be super ecstatic.
A booster pack and like a bunch of other cards. But what I think is cool is like the Halloween candy is not just like big like bags for trick-or-treating. Like you've got like Sour Patch Zombies and
zombie, nice.
Haribo Sour Bats. These are good. I tried a couple. And Sour Punch Spooky Straws. So
cool. Love it.
Slightly different flavors than what you typically get from these.
And man, I don't even have a Target, so all of you are having it pretty well.
Yeah, it's generally it's close to the checkout wrap. There's a little section that holds both trading card like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, all of that, but also sports cards. So like basketball, baseball cards.
What's that?
Yeah. But I haven't been to a Target that doesn't have one. I have been to plenty of Walmarts though that don't have that section, and instead they just put the cards in the toy section. But every time I go to somewhere like that where they put the cards in the toy section, all the packs are open. Like the kids all tear into them and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is just one of 3 stacks of extra, like duplicate, triplicate, and quadruplicates.
Nice.
These are all from the Pokemon Go set.
Yeah.
I've bought as much as I could, as many. I'm not wiping shelves, but I mean, like every time I find one of the special sets Go that comes with a promo card, I buy one of those.
Did you get I recently got the one with the pin, the commemorative pin for the starters?
No, I need to get those. Those 3, I didn't know that they came out. I didn't know that they existed, but I need to get those for the original 3 starters. There's another set that has Dragonite. It has 2.
That one's a box. Yeah, I've seen that.
So I need to get that one because I got the Elite Trainer box with Mewtwo, and I got the 3 that I mentioned before with the 3 like leaders of the crew.
Yeah.
Instinct, Valor,
Mystic.
So I got those, and then I got the set that comes with the Alolan Executor. The Alolan one. Yeah. So I got a lot of them.
I need the Eevee one with the playmat. That's the one.
Yeah, I got that too. I had the playmat. I'm using it on my computer, like to put my keyboard and mouse on. I don't have a mouse. Why did I say that? To put my keyboard on. But I have that, and then I also got 3 tins that had Pikachu, Blissey, and Snorlax. And those confused the shit out of me. Because I was going through the cards last night, and I had the cards, but like, I don't have the tins with me. I just have like cards everywhere. And I'm going through, and like those cards, the Snorlax and the Pikachu and the Blissey, are actual cards that are in the set, right? But they're at the front there. So it's like, oh, look, you get the Blissey and you get the Snorlax. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I didn't realize that when I bought it. I thought they were promos because usually the tins come with a promo, right? So
the foil is the hollow effect is different.
So it took me forever to realize that. And so I was going through, And the part that really tripped me up, the part that tripped me up the most, and I was like, I don't know, and I was Googling, dude. I was Googling. The Pikachu is a common and it was holographic, and I was like, what the shit? And I didn't remember that it was from that tin. I'm sitting there going through all my cards, and I'm like, why do I have a holographic common? What is this? And I started looking up on Google, like holographic common. And of course, it just gives you reverse holos. And then there's people like, are there holographic common cards? And it's like some, Quora or like Yahoo Answers. And I'm like, no one's giving me what I want. And obviously what I could have like, no, I couldn't. I couldn't even look up the card because the number, it corresponds to the same number in the set. So I did not, I was like, what the shit? And when I went through everything and I was organizing the whole set together, that's when I realized the 3 cards that had the bubble holographic. And I was like, oh, got it. Okay. And then I I was back in the game at that point. I was so lost, dude. Like I thought I got bootlegs from Target. I was like, who the hell put bootleg cards in a Target pack?
So are you going to, the question of the night, before we move on to the other stuff, are you going to get any of the Lost Origin stuff?
Dude, I don't know.
I got one of them today, but I'll let you go first.
It's already running out, or is it already out there?
They come out tomorrow on all stores.
Oh shit.
I bought they're coming out with a box of Infernape V. And I love that monkey. That is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. So I ordered that from Amazon.
Well, shit, bro.
And I should be getting the Elite Trainer box soonish. As soon as I get it.
Is that set themed for the upcoming games?
I don't think so. I think it's a mix of Arceus and modern. I don't know. Because they do have there's a really cool one with Aerodactyl, and it looks straight up out of Jurassic Park, and it's all the fossil Pokemon. It looks gorgeous. I want that card.
I might, if I go, because I was already wanting to go tomorrow because I wanted to see if because I didn't know until recently that even the deck packs for for the Go set, it's the deck with Mewtwo and the deck with that freaking metal Pokemon that I have. Like they went hard with that thing in Pokemon Go set. There's like 5 different versions of that. I want to curse right now, but I've already said shit a few times. But that stupid Pokemon, I have like 5 different versions of it, and all from Pokemon Go. And that set, goddamn.
Yeah, this is the card in Japanese.
That looks like the Orange Islands set.
Yeah. So this is awesome. There's a volcano, and you see all the fossil Pokemon. Dig it.
But the deck has another variant of that Pokemon, the metal one.
Melmetal?
Yeah. And I have, when I speak to you about, let me grab my, I'm not exaggerating. Like I'm pretty sure from that set alone, I've got 5, and it's so dumb with the ETB, the ETB, DPTP.
TPTP. Hey. Hashtag TPTP.
All right. So, no, I've got.
As read books. When I speak to you, yeah.
That one, the plain old boring ass, and then there, Melmetal V.
I have the other one, the VMAX thing.
Melmetal V.
That one, yeah.
And so that's 3, and then because we're not done, the rainbow one.
Oh, you got the rainbow. Nice.
I got a bunch of rainbows in that set. There's a couple of the rainbow trainers.
Cool.
So that's 4, but like that would be the 5th different one that I have. But I got that, another one,
yeah,
and another one of that one. So like that's 6 that I have on hand.
That's a lot of Melmetals.
Yeah, and I don't even care about that. I was like, God damn, man, they really want me to like literally when I was opening all the packs where I got that, I was like, holy shit, they really want me to like Melmetal. I do not care about this Pokemon at all. But the deck, and that's why I kept avoiding the deck because I didn't realize my dumb eyes and my dumb brain didn't realize that the card in the deck was another variant. And I was looking at it at the store and I'm like, I already have enough Melmetals to make a whole team of Melmetals. I don't need a damn deck with a Melmetal. But now I'm like, if I want the complete set, and this is the only set that I'm actually trying to complete because I think that the cards are cool. I think the concepts are cool with this one.
Yeah.
And also the Ditto. Have you gotten the Ditto?
I have one Ditto card. Yeah.
I have. Was yours on a spinner rack or whatever?
No, on Bidoof.
Really? I didn't get a. I have 3 and they're all spinner rack. That's weird.
I don't have any. I only have Radiant Blastoise, but I don't have the other 2 starters in Radiant form.
I have the.
I want to get them.
I have the 3 starters, but I only have Blastoise Radiant, and I have a reverse hollow Blastoise and Venusaur, but I don't have a reverse hollow of Charizard. And I don't know what the point of the reverse hollows is because now I'm sitting there like shit. Now I need like 2 of every card to feel complete.
It's yeah. I didn't imagine myself going back into Pokemon trading cards because I used to love that growing up when the first sets dropped back in 2000. But I'm all in now. I got the Infernape thing, like I just said, and I'm looking forward to the next set, which should be Silver Tempest. The Elite box has a Alolan Vulpix on it, and I'm looking forward to that as well.
What does the Elite box for the Lost Origin or whatever have?
Satan. What's his name? Giratina.
Oh, I was like, Satan, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I don't like, and we're totally derailing this conversation. I don't like that. I'd like that the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer box has a special Mewtwo card. I don't like that the other ones don't have any special cards. That kind of defeats the purpose of it being like an elite box. I would want them to all have a special card inside. I don't know.
The only reason that I bought, because I have 5 or 6 elite boxes, and the main reason I got them is because like it's the same price to buy the individual packs. I think. Yeah. So I think the pack is $5 and you get 10 in the box.
Look, I got this thing. If you guys watch the stream a lot, it's always there. So I got this thing. For now, it stores all my cards because I just got into the hobby.
I have one of those, but it's a tin, like a lunchbox.
Yeah. So I got some cards in there, and I got this thing, and that has a bunch of cards inside. It's a whole mess in here. But yeah.
I've been just the past 2 nights I've been organizing my cards and just trying to get all my duplicates out and like so I can give those stuff.
You know what? I have a friend of mine way back, like I'm talking like 7 years or something crazy like that. I don't know why. I was thinking why it wasn't supposed to be a gift. He just lent me. You remember the Versus DC Marvel card game from Upper Deck?
Yeah, I didn't have any of it, but I think I remember it.
I learned how to play it. I never bought any of it, but I would play with my friends' decks and all that stuff. He, for some reason, I don't remember why, he lent me all his cards. I don't know why. So I have, how do I even describe it? It's, the metal boxes. Let's see if I can find a picture. It's like a briefcase, not a box. It's like the metal briefcases that you see in movies, and they're like titanium alloy, bullet resistant, that type of look in the movies. I have one like that, and it holds hundreds and hundreds of cards. So now what I'm thinking of, because it's been 7 years already, and I really doubt he's gonna ask for that stuff back because I hardly talk to him anymore. So I'm gonna take the Versus stuff out, and I'm gonna keep the briefcase, and I'm gonna use it for all the Pokemon stuff. And I don't know where the briefcase is, so that's going to be a story for another day. But I'm excited. Speaking of being excited, let's get back to the manga thing, because it's going to turn into a Pokemon episode.
The actual topic at hand, 45 minutes
Yeah.
in.
What do you want to do first? You want to do the licenses or the top 20 books?
Let's do the licenses so we can get the disappointment out of the way.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
I mean, one of them sounds cute.
Seven Seas, let's start with that. They brought back the whole Wednesday amazing thingamajig, and they announced 3 new series. The first one here is Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android? This is a Yuri manga from, I don't even know how to say this name, but I'm going to give it a shot for your entertainment, by Yakiniku Teishoku. Yakiniku Teishoku. Yakiniku Teishoku. Let's go with that. This sexy Yuri comedy about an office lady and her lovely robot housekeeper is sure to hit all the right buttons. Let's go.
So,
office lady. Go ahead.
But so it's Chobit's Yuri.
Exactly. Beautiful, brainy. Office lady, age 28, seems like she's got it all together. Beautiful, brainy, and indispensable office worker for a robotics manufacturer. Akane is admired at work because her colleagues can't see her at home. Privately, Akane is a hot mess, which I think it's all of us at this point, with an apartment that looks more like a landfill than a living space. Good thing she drunkenly ordered a new android named Nadeshiko, or however you pronounce it, to help her clean up. Well, maybe not good, because the beautiful lady android that arrives is a horny hottie.
Oh.
Yeah, Akane's about to get more service than she is expected. The first book comes out in April 2023 for $15, and it's a single large trim edition as part of the new 7 Seas GL label, Girls Love Titles.
So they have a GL label now?
I think we mentioned that they're putting out a BL and a GL division. Let me confirm that, because I remember putting that on one of our thumbnails.
So this is the type of thing that if some of my friends that read a lot more of this stuff than I do say that it's good, I'll probably try it out, but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, Girls Love, Boys Love. That's 2 new imprints for 7 Seas.
Damn, 7 Seas is gonna have more imprints than Viz.
This was from back in May 2022. Yeah, 7 Seas launches new Boys Love and Girls Love labels.
Have they released anything under those labels yet?
The first one should come out in October, which is Titan's Bride.
Okay.
And then in December, and so on and so forth.
I'm just trying to how to label stuff when I mention it in videos, because if it's a publisher with an imprint, I put the publisher and the imprint.
There are pictures here. I can't show that. Hold on. No, because I did a Google search and there are a bunch of cleavage shots and stuff that I don't know if I can show. But I am going to show the friggin' hold on. I am going to show this. These are the 2 logos.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. Yeah. So what I just said, ignore all of that about the cleavage shots, because I'm going to show you the cover of the manga, and it has some cleavage, some bra action going on. So that's the cover for Volume 1 of Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android?
Ask
April.
Krillin.
The next one here is something that I'm personally excited for. I put it in the thumbnail because it's super cool to me. I know people hate isekai manga, but this puts a little fresh twist on it. This is Even Dogs Go to Other Worlds, Life in Another World with My Beloved Hound. This is by Ryuo, Hana Ichika, and Ririnra. We got 3 creators on this. In this isekai for dog lovers, an office worker is transported to another world with his loyal canine companion. His beloved puppy-sized Maltese waiting for him at home. One day, Takumi wakes up in a fantasy world, and right in front of him is an enormous wolf. Wait, could this gigantic creature actually be the once little Leo? With the help of a mysterious new magic skill, Takumi will do his best in this world to make a better life for himself and his furry best friend. The first book, comes out in May. Got to wait a while, in print and digital, and this is the cover for that.
I
That
think
is cool.
that despite it being isekai, there are not enough dog focused manga, so it might, for those who don't like isekai but love dogs, this probably would be worth checking out.
I'm gonna check it out because I love dogs all my life, and if an isekai were to happen to me in real life, I would want a dog with me on the other side. Oh look, Baz read Virginity Android shagging time. I actually read this, and it's hilarious. Yeah, it's Chobits Yuri. It's like popcorn trash. It's good stuff. That's what I expected when I saw that you read the book. So yeah, I'm excited for this, just for the pups. That's cute.
I read Chobits when I was like in 8th grade. I think it was the first, like, it was one of the first Tokyo Pop things I read, and that and like Rave Master. And I don't remember, like, my friend recommended it. He was like, "Oh, Chobits is great. Chobits is great." He didn't say anything about it, and then I read it, and I was like,
I don't know about that. I've only seen like a handful of episodes back in the day, and I have very little recollection of it.
You know what though? 8th grade me enjoyed it, and like that was, I think, the first, aside from seeing the Cardcaptor anime, that was my first exposure to Clamp. In a larger degree, and
I think so. I think for me as well.
But I definitely, like, 8th grade, 13-year-old me was like, so wants to boff the robot. Is that?
And I remember a friend gifted me the DVD set for some reason, and then that's when I learned that everything on eBay is just bootlegs if you don't know how to look, especially back in the early odds. So I don't even have that DVD anymore, but I only watched like 5 episodes or something, and I don't think it was for me because I don't have any other memories than just the opening theme song and the basic premise.
I never watched the anime, but I'm pretty sure I knew what the opening was, because like any manga that I read that had an anime, I would look up the openings and endings and like listen to them and had a playlist for them. But I don't know. I'm just thinking about Chobits now, and it's really puritanical in retrospect. Like the whole concept being just like, don't, like, obviously there's layers to this, because it's like the concept is like, don't do the do with your robot, but at the same time it's like, yeah, it's a robot. I don't. Anyway, moving on from
Chobits, for even dogs to go to the other world, the light novel is put out by a very small publisher, so it's interesting to see the manga get picked up by 7 Seas. The publisher for the light novel, the JIT, just puts out isekai. The next one here from 7 Seas is Orange to You, Dear One. Happy to announce the acquisition of the final follow-up volume to the Eisner-nominated sci-fi romance manga that inspired an anime, Orange. Right? Orange, yeah. When Naho received a letter from her future self, it told her she needed to save the life of a boy in her class, Kakeru. At first, Naho had to shoulder this burden alone until her friends stepped into with their own revelations. Beyond the journey of Naho and Kakeru, what happens, or Kakeru, whatever, next to Naho's friends now that they're living in this brand new timeline? Orange to You, Dear One will be released for the first time in March in physical and digital formats. And here is the cover for it. I had Orange, and I traded it to Nelson, friend of the show.
Mhm.
It was a really random trade. I loved Orange, but for some reason, I really wanted a Game Boy Advance SP, and I didn't want to pay for it online. So we did a trade, and I got the Game Boy, and he got my copies of Orange. So shout out to Nelson, wherever he is.
I think it's a pretty good trade. Not like I don't know Orange at all, but I think as far as value goes, I think
It's lovely. It's a great sci-fi romance. I really loved it, but I didn't love it enough to keep it. That was the first trade I've ever done manga for something else.
I definitely need to pick it up. And now that like this is on the way, I have like a
Incentive to get that.
yeah. It's like I'll try and get it before this comes out, so that
Yeah.
I can have
It's two big Omni editions, so that's great if you guys don't want to get too many volumes. Just two fat manga books.
Wasn't there another spin-off already that's out?
Yes, yes. Orange something something. That's like one in volume, I think. Orange is sad as heck. It's sad, but it's really wholesome. I really dug it, but I dug the Game Boy Advance SP a little bit more because I wanted to play the Metroid Game Boy games.
Uh,
So,
Metroid Fusion is. I think Metroid Fusion is kind of underrated.
oh, definitely.
It's so good. Metroid Fusion I feel like was like the perfect amount of like difficulty, because I was able to 100% it, but
Nice.
also able to 100% it while like doing it within, because what to get the endings you had to do it within like 4 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Pretty
I did
crazy.
it a few times and I was able to get it down so that I could get those. Like it was just difficult enough that it provided a challenge, but not so difficult that I was like, I will never do this as long as I live.
And Zero Mission. If I replay Zero Mission more than the original. I think it's a superior version of the original, even though the original is a classic for NES. I'd
Yeah,
rather play Zero Mission.
yeah.
So that's it for Seven Seas, and then the two Kodansha things here. September digital debuts. We're getting The God Tier Guardian and the Love of Six Princesses by Hisashi Kakoyama and Towa Akatsuki, and character designs by Tetsubuta. Um, it's a in order to stay by the side of his liege, Arsmeria, the devoted knight Vance, chose to reincarnate with her 1,000 years into the future. In this new life, he's known as Lloyd, the foster son of Countess Mudia and the wielder of the colorless magic. But Lloyd has kept his memories of his past life and of his quest, and when he finds that Arsmeria's reincarnated soul has been divided into six parts and spread amongst many, he realizes he's got his work cut out for him. I don't know, but this one actually sounds pretty fun. It's a shame that it's digital only. And the other one is Gamaran by Yosuke Nakamura. Unabara domain, home to nightmarishly strong students and masters of martial arts of all kinds. The lord of the Unabara has decided that whichever of his sons discovers the strongest martial arts style will be his heir. But when 20th son Naoyoshi Washizu decides on Ogama style practitioner Gama Kurogane, son of notorious father and scion of a weak style, to represent him, the odds seem bleak. But between Naoyoshi's determination and Gama's hard-earned strength, they may yet come out on top. That's a lot of words, but sounds fun. Again, it sucks that it's only digital, and that's it. Just two titles. I expected more. I thought maybe they were going to do like 5 or 6, but nope. Just two for now, at least. So, out of all of this, if it were physical, I kind of want to check out Gamaran because it sounds pretty neat. And like I mentioned earlier, Even dogs go to other worlds. Life in another world with my beloved hound. The manga. And let's highlight the Virgin Android thing because why not? That's volume 1 right there. And that is here's the cover for Orange, just in case.
The Virgin Android is a much punchier title than.
Yeah, the full title again is "Does it count if you lose your virginity to an android?"
And in case anyone missed my joke, I said ask. No, I said ask Krillin.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah.
Ask Krillin about that one.
And man, some of these series are digital only. Is that an agreement, or is Kodansha afraid the series won't sell?
I
More about
agreed
that.
with them about the. They asked me and I said I agree. But no, Kodansha specifically, they use digital as a litmus test for sales. Kodansha Japan, and then they tell Kodansha US, you guys can do this, like that can go physical now. But like as we saw before with like Tokyo Revengers, it
Somebody can
doesn't.
pick it up.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that like it's going to be Kodansha that picks it up. Like it's still other publishers can put in their bids on certain things.
Yeah. So the other part of the show, we got the August 2022 NPD book scan, the top 20 adult graphic novels.
Adult graphic novels.
And surprise, surprise, let me do this and go one by one here because it's pretty funny. Number 20. Can you see that? No, let me zoom in. Wait, I don't want to ruin it. Hold on. Okay. Is that better? Okay, at number 20, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 16. Number 19, My Hero Academia Volume 1. Number 18, Chainsaw Man Volume 2. Number 17, Lore Olympus Volume 2. Number 16, My Dress Up Darling Volume 6, which I showed off earlier in the show. Number 15, Kaiju Number 8 Volume 3. Number 14, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 15. Number 13, Chainsaw Man Volume 11. Number 12, Komi Can Communicate Volume 20. Number 11, My Hero Academia Volume 31. Number 10, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Volume 1. Number 9, Spy Family Volume 1. There's Sandman. At number 8, The Sandman Book 1. Number 7, Chainsaw Man Volume 1. Number 6, The Bleach 20th Anniversary Edition Volume 1. Number 5, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 14. Number 4, Spy Family Volume 2. Number 3, Dragon Ball Super Volume 16. Number 2, One Piece Volume 100. And number 1 for the month of August, it's another manga, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 17.
Wow, I'm surprised, like, given how many different titles were in there, yeah. I'm surprised JJK was the one that took the number 1 spot.
I thought One Piece was going to take it because of the 100.
Yeah, I'm sure it wound up being really high because a bunch of people were probably like, I'm going to buy this for the sake of like the anniversary, like people who don't already have the series.
And I'm surprised the Bleach one is there too.
I think Viz promoted the shit out of that book because like they were promoting the hell out of the 20th book at Comic-Con. Yeah, and I think they did it too at Anime Expo, and I think they did it as well just because it's like that the anniversary plus the 1,000-Year Blood War arc they're pumping that stuff up so much right now. And they had like at Comic-Con on sale, they had like a handful of items, only 2 of which were actual manga. No, 3 of which were manga. One of them was Yasahime, the other one was Liminal Zone, and the third one was the Bleach. So like I think that they've just done a lot of to hype that one up, and I've seen a lot of people, younger collectors, some of my friends who are younger who didn't read the manga back when it was coming out,
Mm-hmm.
picked up the anniversary because they're like, oh cool, like this is a neat little thing, and like
Yep.
a lot of them have started reading. Like my friend Luis, who I took with me to Comic-Con.
Not our Louis. Okay.
No, not Lou, but my friend. um, he started reading it with the anniversary one, and then he from there went on the app and started reading. He's like, "Damn, this is good shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, man."
Yep. What sucks is that it's only volume 1,
Yeah,
the anniversary edition. So if somebody would want to get it and be like, I hope they put out an anniversary for volume 2, not so much.
they did reprint the first and third box sets around the same time, and the second one should be coming soon.
I think what they should do is put out like an anniversary set and maybe do like the fame or like the greatest hits. You put out volume 1 and maybe a volume whatever of the other arc, something like that. I don't know. Just spitballing. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, that surprised me as well. Dragon Ball Super, that's to be expected because of the movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, it hyped it up. Hanako-kun, told about Hanako-kun is still holding out. I had no idea so many people love that series. Bleach, Chainsaw Man, a total domination on Viz Media's part, by the way. Holy crap. My Dress Up Darling, that surprised me. That's great to see there. Only 2 non-comic stuff, non-manga, I'm sorry. Sandman and Lore Olympus.
So I don't know anything about Lore Olympus, but Sandman, obviously the Netflix show,
Exactly.
came out, and I've seen a ton of people have definitely been buying that series in various formats, because DC does well to keep it evergreen in multiple formats:
Mm-hmm.
hardcover, paperback. They go in and out of print, but are more or less evergreen for the absolutes as well.
I love this. I didn't even have to say anything. Spoonful of Brody was asking, why is she toilet bound? And then Baz reads books. Just I didn't have to answer anything because he took care of it and answered all the stuff you need to know. So in case you're listening to this, I want to do another plug here. We are on different podcast streaming services. So if you're listening to us on Stitcher Radio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, or whatever it's called, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast, all that stuff, you can find us there by just searching for Omnibus Live. If you are listening to that, thank you so much. So for the audio only peeps, I guess, the full question is, this is going to sound like a dumb question. No question is ever dumb. Don't worry about that. But why is she toilet bound? And basically, the Hanako-kun story, like Baz Reed's book said, it's sort of a urban legend, like our version of Bloody Mary, but it is the spirit. Some say it was born after World War II with the air raids. The original legend goes that when the air raids were happening, this girl remained in her school, and she hid in one of the toilets. Unfortunately, she died, and her spirit is bound to that toilet. So the urban legend goes that when kids go to the bathroom, the spirit will appear and will ask you if you want the blue toilet paper or the red one. And depending on what you answer, she will either let you go or kill you. And so for the manga, they changed it to a kid. That's why it's Hanako-kun. It's a young kid that is stuck there at a school that's prone to paranormal stuff and yokai related things and all that stuff. So there you go. So thank you, Baz, and thank you, Spoonful of Brody.
It's not like she's bound for the toilet, or he.
No.
Is it a boy or girl? It's a little boy, right?
In the manga, it's a young kid. Yeah, it's a young boy.
Is the myth? Is it a young girl in the myth though?
The original, it's a girl that was there. It's not. It could be. It's not classified as a yokai. It's straight up ghost yude and a urban legend. So it doesn't technically fit into the yokai.
So it's either way. It's like a bowling for soup situation. They're not. He or she is not bound for the toilet. They're bound to the toilet. And as bowling for soup clarified, they're not bowling on behalf of soup. They're bowling to receive soup.
Yep. There you go. Volume 6 of My Dress Up Darling starts covering what comes after the anime.
That makes sense.
Yes. The anime covered the first 5 books. So if you want new material, you get Volume 6.
What was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna say on the topic of Dragon Ball Super. I wonder if people picked up that specific volume thinking like this is gonna do something with like what we had from the movie or whatever, but like that's like the second volume of the current like Granola the Survivor arc.
Is it really granola? Like the granola bars?
Yeah, that's the character's name. from the planet Cereal. So they're
I love that.
Granola the Cerealian or something like that. Like that it starts, I think the 15th volume finished the Moro arc and started the Granola arc. Or maybe the 14th. I don't remember exactly, but it like this was the newest volume. So it is the newest one, but it's funny to me because I'm sure someone would pick it up and be like, who is this? And I'm not 100% clear. I believe that the Super movie is supposed to come after this in the timeline, but it's a little bit unclear, and I don't want to give like spoilers for anyone that doesn't read and wants to, or hasn't watched and wants to, but like there's something in the movie that makes me feel like it doesn't match because it's something like that Vegeta earns in, or he can do now in after this arc, and in the movie it didn't seem like he had that yet, but I think it's supposed to take place afterwards. So I don't know, like the reason I bring it up is I more or less I really enjoy the Super manga, and I hope that the anime doesn't like write over it and ignore it. Like I hope that the stuff that happens in the manga only arcs, the Moro arc and the Granola arc, I hope that they continue to be canon with the Super anime and with the Super movies and stuff.
It should, because I think that was the point of it being like a multimedia sequel. It part anime, part manga.
Yeah, I think it should as well, but it's just like it makes me a little nervous because I would hate for them to come out and be like, nah.
let's ignore it. It says
I'd like to see it animated, honestly. Like those arcs are cool. The Moro arc was a lot of fun.
I found an article, and it's not official, it's somebody blogging, but I just wanted to reference it. They list the sagas. God of Destruction, is that Beerus?
Yeah.
Okay, Universe 6, what is that? Is that
that's the tournament where they meet Champa?
Future Trunks, that's the Goku Black stuff. Universe Survival, is that also a tournament?
That's the one that takes up like half of the anime.
Oh, sorry, not a fan.
With Jiren and Topo and stuff like that.
Galactic Patrol Prisoner Saga.
That is, I think that is only in the video game anime.
Oh, the
Dragon Ball Heroes or whatever.
The Heroes crossover thing. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what that one is.
So this article is saying that the superhero is a continuation of Broly in the timeline.
So I've seen something else that says that it comes like, so it's, I've seen something that says Broly, Moro, Granola, and then superhero. So then this is saying Broly, superhero, Moro, Granola.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if what if they do a manga adaptation of the superhero movie.
Well, they didn't do Broly, and they did a Resurrection F adaptation, but it didn't get released in the US.
Oh,
So like in the manga, they do, if I'm not mistaken, the start of it is the Battle of the Gods arc, and then it just skips to the Universe 6 tournament. And then
okay.
it does Trunks, and then it does the Ultimate Battle 22 or whatever that arc was called.
Yeah.
That was a reference. Hopefully someone caught. Um, the with Jiren and Ultra Instinct and all that. And then it, like in the manga, it references literally between the chapters. There's like an image of Broly, and they're like, "Oh, Broly happened," and then it goes to the Moro arc.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
So, gang, that's about it. If you guys got any questions, I got like 3 minutes in me. If anybody wants to ask.
I'm gonna. You probably saw that, and then, yeah, the Dragon Ball Z timeline could get even more confusing if we wanted to go on because the
the anime ended.
the
They're just continuing in manga and movie format.
and movie. Because you could talk about like the alternate timelines, you could talk about the continuations from like the different game franchises and stuff. The granola would probably sound cooler if it wasn't an English word. Like, in Japan, like I bet like Toyotaro and Toriyama, they're like, oh, granola. Like, okay, granola is fine, but like then you translate it and you're like, oh, it's granola, and I'm like, you
When you say granola, I think of Nature Valley granola.
exactly like
Unfortunately,
that, and it's all over the damn place. Like,
it is the lamest thing that you could name somebody after.
just name him freaking Trail Mix the Survivor.
Either of you get the new JoJo's fighting game. Riley showed it off at the beginning of the stream.
Here, since they were not here at that time. I didn't get, I'll clarify, I didn't get the special edition one, but I'm fine with that because the statue it came with is one that you can buy for cheap anyway of Jolene. Mm-hmm. It's just pink instead of like green or whatever. And I prefer
color swap.
I prefer green.
I will say, I really, really, really want to get it for the Switch, just to have a JoJo's game on the Switch. But I love fighting games, but I don't have people to play it with. And the game, as of now, does not have the rollback netcode. So it's suffering a bit online. And there are some features that were stripped from the original PlayStation 3 that are not on here for some reason. I'm just nagging, sorry. And my preferred JoJo fighting game is the Capcom JoJo's Venture. That's my favorite one that I replay through emulation. And I'm a little salty that is still locked away because that's super expensive. If you want to get it for Dreamcast or PlayStation 1, it's $100 and something to get that game. And I'm not about to spend that money on it.
I might.
You might?
I might be about that. Like, honestly, I'm such a big fan of JoJo's. The other day I was like sitting intensely looking at my phone at listings for the what is it, JoJo Veller? Is that the really expensive? There's a really nice, really big, like expensive art book that's like the main one that I don't have. And I'm like, I was like looking at it like
it comes with a travel case or something like that, right?
It has like a case with like,
I think I've seen it.
It's like the book and then like a secondary book, I think, for the stands, and then I think it also comes with a Blu-ray as well.
Yeah, the game right now. Let me check real quick. The game at the moment, we're gonna base it off of price chart. If it'll open, price charting, JoJo's Venture. Nope. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Sorry. It was originally JoJo's Venture, but we all know it's Bizarre Adventure.
Well, the original, the first name that they ever gave it in English, I don't know if I've said it to you or if I've said it on this before, but back when Viz published Bow in single issues, which I think was like 89, 90, they, at the back, when they were doing the creator profile for Araki, they were like, Hirohiko Araki is most well known around the world for his ongoing series from Weekly Shonen Jump titled The Strange Adventure.
Okay.
So that was the first name they gave it, and then they gave it JoJo's Venture.
This is my favorite JoJo game, the Capcom one. I highly recommend it if you've never played it. It's awesome. I just like older sprite-based 2D fighters. So Loose is going for about $200, $220, and Complete you're looking at $400 for the PlayStation version. If we go for Dreamcast, which was the original, Sega Dreamcast is a little cheaper. 145 loose disc and Complete in box, $254. That's a lot of money.
Wait, what?
Yep. Sorry.
Sorry, I was talking about Pokemon with someone for a second. Okay, so with the game, just the disc, is that what the 150 is?
Yes, loose. A loose copy.
Well, yeah, no, screw that. I want the jewel case with all that stuff. If it's in a jewel case, I need the jewel case.
I assume you're going for PlayStation, right?
Yeah. Is that more? That's probably more expensive.
Yes, it's the rarer of the two. There's also Geo's Adventure, which I want to get because it has my nickname on it.
Jojo. Yeah, no, fuck this. $434.99.
That's why I want them to get that license back from Capcom so they can put out a new version on it on modern consoles.
And I'm looking at eBay because that's where I'd wind up probably buying it. And it's not like the Dreamcast one is any better. I mean, it is, but not that much. Because I was like, oh, if the Dreamcast one is a lot less expensive, I could probably get a Dreamcast and the game, but it's $350.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, the PlayStation 2 game, obviously based off of Golden Wind, the translated version is Geo's Bizarre Adventure, and I kind of want it just for that.
So this one, okay, that wasn't released in English though, was it?
No.
Okay. So first of all, is the PlayStation 2 region locked or not?
Let me check. They are region locked.
They are like the PS2 Slim and everything.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. Because that one, like, if you get the Japanese one, it's like there's one listed on the eBay for $36.99 plus $15 in shipping or best offer.
That's
complete in box.
Mm-hmm. I would get it in your case because you can have the full JoJo collection of video games and manga and anime and all that. Just as a collector's piece, I would get it.
Yeah, the other thing would be the OVA. Like, I know we're talking about the anime, but like the OVA series and the OVA, I actually watched that back when when Viz was first publishing Stardust Crusaders in English, the OVA was also available in English. And it's only 13 episodes. And this was back in the day when my dad had been subscribed to Netflix since like 2002, I want to say. And so what he would do is he did 3 discs at a time. And he's like, 1 disc for me, 1 for your sister, 1 for you. My mom just had to kick rocks, I guess. But like, so I had a list and it was like, you could organize like your queue. And it was like, number 1, number 2, number 3, so that when you mailed it back, you'd get the next one in your queue. So every 3rd disc was mine. And one of the series that I did, that's how I watched a lot of anime back when I was in like a preteen. Cowboy Bebop, Big O, Trigun, Dot Hack. Boogie Pop Phantom, like a lot of stuff back then. I watched like that, and they had the discs to the JoJo OVAs. But there was also a store in the Rice Village out here where they had copies of the DVDs, and I was a small one at the time, like I was in high school, and so I only had money, like I only had pocket money for my manga. So I went in there and I was like, "Oh, you guys got the new volume of Knights of the Zodiac. I have $10 for that. I'm not going to have $20 for a few
Or
episodes of
yeah.
JoJo. I'm sorry, I'm already reading it." Now, as an adult, I'm like, dude, like if there was a like this is the most selfish thing I will ever say in my life. If there was a time machine, I would specifically want to use the time machine to tell myself what to and not to buy as a kid. Don't buy that because you're gonna wind up just selling it or throwing it out or giving it away. Buy that because you're gonna wind up wanting it and like hunting for it for years. And yeah, I would use it so selfishly.
I remember a couple, like maybe like 2 years ago, Right Stuff still had, I think, 3 of the 4 DVDs, and I was really tempted to get them, but I skipped on it, and they sold out. And now they're a little hard to find. Not super expensive, but still hard to find. And you can find them on eBay if anybody's wondering. I'm seeing some now here. There are a couple video games for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is from Wikipedia. We can share that real quick. That's fun.
God, I love JoJo's. I'm like any chance I get to talk. I'm still editing because I'm dumb and slow, but I have my monthly buyer's guide and the
Don't say that.
the Rohan book is out this month, and I spent I haven't gotten to it, at least 5 minutes just like gushing about Rohan and about JoJo's and about like how much I love this franchise and stuff, and like how excited, because like I know a lot of people like to play like kind of gatekeepy, and they're like, oh, you know, such and such became mainstream and now whatever. But it's like, dude, I didn't have anyone to talk to about JoJo's for so long.
Yeah.
And now I can like throw a rock out my window and like there's a chance that someone looks up like, you know, yada yada does it.
Yeah, at least they'll know the show, the anime. So,
I have a JoJo's cap. I wore it out like a couple days.
I remember that one. Yeah.
I went through a drive-through with that hat on, and the guy complimented my hat. Like back when you know, in 2005 to 2010, the 5 years that it took them to publish the paperbacks for Stardust Crusaders. No, never. Like never in a million years. I would be lucky if someone was like, "Oh, I've heard of that, but I've never read it." Nobody, and not even anyone within my friend groups or like in my friend groups or like on the peripheral, like the other groups of like people that I went to school with who read anime but I didn't hang out with. None of them. No one. And that's why it took so long. They almost dropped it. They almost discontinued JoJo's like they did with Reborn and stuff like that because it sold so terribly. And I like got nervous that they were going to multiple times because they kept delaying the volumes so long in between volumes. And I would have gotten so sad. Like that would have been my villain origin story right there.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. So this is the main line of games. We don't have a lot in North America. The first one, which is a role-playing game for Super Famicom, that's not available. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is the arcade game. This is the one I love. This was a CPS3 game, and it is fantastic. I highly recommend it if you like Capcom games. They remixed it. They did an updated HD version, which is listed here, but that was delisted from the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live Arcade, so it's no longer available. Then in 2002, in Japan, they released Geo's Bizarre Adventure. Then in 2006, we had a beat 'em up for Phantom Blood, which I'll show you the cover in a second. Then All-Star Battle, which is the new one is based on. It's a remaster. That one's a fighting game for PlayStation 3. Then Stardust Shooters, which is a metal shooting game for your phone. Eyes of Heaven, which I do have on my PlayStation as a digital only because it didn't get a physical release. And the rest are arcade and mobile phones. Diamond Records, Patter Pop, Last Survivor. So not a whole ton of games, but still, if I were you, I would get Geo, and I would try and get the Phantom Blood beat 'em up game, which has a sick cover. Have you seen the cover for that one?
For the Phantom Blood, no, but I have the physical for Eyes of Heaven.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it get it? It didn't get a physical in the U.S. or did it?
This is in English.
Hold on, let me highlight you. Oh, you got the Peggy one.
Yeah, Peggy.
I meant North American release. My bad. It didn't get a North American release.
It works on my PS4.
Yeah. The PS4 is region free, whatever.
But does the PS4 play PS2 games, or is it only
PS4 plays
PS1, PS2?
No, it doesn't. You would need to get a fat George Foreman PlayStation 3. That's what you need to get. Right? Yeah. Get the which do you still have your PlayStation 3?
No, I have and I didn't have the fat one anyway.
By the way, this is the cover for the beat 'em up game for Phantom Blood.
Oh,
love that cover.
I have a PS5, I have a PS4, I have a PS2 Slim.
You need to get the George Foreman version. That one was backwards compatible for PlayStation 1 and 2. So if you're on the lookout for some retro gaming, I would get that. What else is in here? And of course, you saw the Wikipedia thing. There are JoJo appearances in other games like the J-Stars Victory Plus thing, and the Jump Force, which sadly died.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because my nephew was playing Jump Force. My nephew's like 8, 7 at the time, and he's playing Jump Force, and like anything that I said about a series other than Naruto, he's like, no, Naruto's the best. Naruto, what? And I'm like, bro. And eventually, like, I was like, dude, tell me why One Piece is the #1 selling set. Like, I'm like, if you want to go, I'm gonna get down to that level, bro. I will get down to your level and start. And he's like, well, Naruto's the best. I'm like, but it's not even the #1. It's not even the #2. It's not even the #3 top selling. And he's like, well, Naruto has so many whatever. And I was like, well, One Piece, he's like, it has 700. And I'm like, One Piece has over 1,000 episodes and over 1,000 chapters and over 100. And he's like, well, and I was like, you can't tell me anything, boy. Like, this is my business. This is what I revolve everything around. Like, I know everything.
Yeah.
I was like, it has more movies. It has, like, if you're just because for some reason he like associated the like amount of something, like the volume of something, with like quality. And not talking about the volume of like sales. It was the volume of like how many chapters, how many volumes, how many episodes, how many movies. And he's like, well, they have this. And I'm like, dude, seriously, anything you list, One Piece has more, including dollars. One Piece has more dollars than Naruto. It has more characters. It has more whatever, like everything. You lose, buddy. Like for this, I grew up reading and watching Naruto, but for this moment here, fuck Naruto. I'm always the one to be like all three. The big three are all wonderful, but in that moment, I'm like, you have awoken a sleeping dragon, son. Like this is.
What about Case Closed? How many volumes does Case Closed have?
He doesn't even know. I think Case Closed is like slightly behind.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't remember.
It's getting up there.
But either way, like Golgo 13 trumps them both. And then either way, what's the baseball one that has I think slightly more than Golgo 13, but Golgo 13 is still ongoing.
Yeah. I can't remember the name right now, but I know what you're talking about. I'd like a new Bleach game. It's been a while since we've gotten
That would be well timed right now. I had the one on the Wii. What was it called? Like Shattered Soul or something like that.
Shattered Blade.
Shattered Blade.
That
Yeah.
it had a Kubo approved Arrancar.
Yes. Yeah, the extra character in there. That was a cool game. I don't have it anymore though.
I do play the Bleach, the phone game. It's also out on PS4. That's a lot of fun. It has a lot of gacha mechanics, but it's still fun. And to this day, I haven't spent a single dollar on it, but I still enjoy playing it. You replay the events of the story of the manga and anime, and there's a lot of cool stuff in it to collect all the characters. And Kubo has actively, for years now, before all this nonsense about rebooted anime or whatever, he has shown support for the game and draws illustrations for it and makes up alternate versions of the characters for the game. And that's really cool. There is a book of that, and I really want it because the illustrations are great. I would have to import it, so I don't know if it's pricey or not. You know what? Let me check that out. Bleach Brave Souls art book. Yeah, maybe. Not bad. Brand new, $50. Let's go.
If I go to Kinokuniya and see that, I probably will pick it up.
Yes, please do. I mean, let me highlight my page again. Excuse me. So if you don't play the game, they do a lot of cool illustrations. Like here's Grimjo, my favorite villain in the series. That's an alternate take on him. Here's the actual book, Bleach Brave Souls official artwork, original Type Kubo. And you get stuff like this because they do like holidays and like summer outfits. Look at this one right here. These are all legit designs. Here's a summer one, which I found funny. She has boosters on her butt.
I thought it was giant butt cheeks. Like my eyes were out of focus, and I looked, and I was like, "What? This isn't Booty Royale."
Here you can see like super duper demon versions of the espadas, and here's an illustration for summer, right there. There's some spicy ones, of course. A lot of cleavage. Halle Bell, she's one of my favorite villains. There's some Ichigo. Where is Ulquiorra? Because he has a pretty friggin' sick alternate version.
I think I've seen it too.
Ulquiorra. There it is. This is super cool. I wish this was on the actual manga and anime. That's a dope looking Ulquiorra. So yeah, if you do see that book, grab it for sure.
This is the same type of like as the Super Dragon Ball Heroes game and stuff, like that line of games. The same type of like alternate versions of characters, expanded versions of characters, like new characters that fit into the lore and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really cool because like in those there's like an anime, but it's like I think they air it online, like one episode.
Oh, like original. That's a word.
Yeah.
There's a word for
original net animation.
There you go. ONAs. Yeah.
But it's every episode. It's like one per month, and every episode is like 5 minutes or less. So you barely get a morsel of it. But it's cool. Like because I binged like 30 or 40, however many were out like two years ago. I binged that, and it was super cool. Just like I forget what the name, but they had like a Saiyan prisoner character that had like a Bane mask, and
that sounds cool.
Long like Raditz hair.
Yeah,
and I think he went Super Saiyan 4 because they bring that back too. Like, excuse me, they have concepts from outside of the official canon.
Yeah. This is not what I'm looking for, but here's that. You might remember the desert anniversary episodes that they did in the anime, so they brought those to the game. It's a free game. You can download it, and again, not you don't have to spend a dime on it and enjoy it, and you get some cool characters. I know it's a phone game, but I do recommend it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we've gone on wonderful tangents, but I gotta go. So I'm gonna start wrapping up here. Thank you to the chat. You guys are lovely as always. Thank you for all the questions. I do have one question that we're going to answer before we wrap up. Thank you to all the wonderful comments. You guys are great. If you're watching this later, let us know what you thought of all the crazy shenanigans that we chatted about. Thank you to our sponsor, that's InStockTrades.com, your official home for collected editions, whether it be omnibus, hardcovers, manga, and so much more. Up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that if you order on a week-by-week basis. If you make an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. All the manga that we talked about, you're going to get it at IST when they drop, so be sure to check that site out. The question here is from Cleveland Brown. Geo, should Warren first get into Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night's Unlimited Blade Works? Many Fate fans debate this even today. I see both arguments. Fate Zero has the better story, in my opinion, but I really, really like the modern stuff, because basically Fate Zero is the prequel to that story. It's super dark, wonderfully animated. Ufotable knocked it out of the park on both adaptations. I'm a fan of broadcast order, and UBW or Unlimited Blade Works came out first, so I would do that first. But that's just me. Either way, you're getting a solid, fun show. Super action oriented with fun characters, and if you like historical fiction, you're gonna dig it, because you see all these wonderful heroic characters in a Japanese aesthetic, fighting for the Holy Grail. So that's my answer. I would go broadcast order. Okay, so Tasty Melon, thank you so much. You guys did good tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you to all you guys watching. Sponsor, I thank them. What else? I don't know. I'm probably missing something. Omnibus Collector, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us?
On my channel, where I will finally be uploading videos again as of this week, the Omnibus Collector. And I'm also on TikTok, but not as much right now because the algorithm is really screwy. And
wiggity whack.
The algorithm, basically, they want you to pay for views at this time. And they're really pushing that. And so they're suppressing views for all creators. And so I'm just kind of like taking a back seat over there right now. But once that's done, I'll start getting back over there when it's worth my time. Because I'm like, I don't want to spend a lot of time on a video
that's not going to
it's going to maybe 5% or not 5%, like 0.5% of my following sees. And that's not. Anyway, so there's that. And then Twitter at Omni Collector, if you want to see my dumb jokes about the Queen. Not at her expense. All I said was
just for the lulz.
The Queen will never see the Chainsaw Man anime.
Yeah, that comes out October 11th. That got a date today.
That tweet got almost 400 likes, which is not a ton, but like for just an afterthought, the Queen will never see the Chainsaw Man anime. That's pretty funny.
Whoa, yeah.
Yourself, where can they find a week in geekdom?
Boy, oh boy, get ready. I'm gonna tell you like a million different things. A week in geekdom, where I talk about anime and manga. I literally a couple hours ago posted a video. My first time reading Battle Angel Alita, so it's sort of it's first impression / review, spoiler free. You can watch it, put a lot of heart into it. Would appreciate it if you guys check it out. I kind of took a weird break from YouTube. It wasn't on purpose, so I'm kind of like starting fresh again, and recorded a few videos. They're all lined up, all ready to go. You can find me on my other channel, that's Geekdom Gaming, where I talk about video games, mostly Nintendo Switch stuff. And I do have a video game review coming out soon on that as well. On Twitter, if you want to chat with me about whatever, that's literally for just chatting. And I'm on Instagram, so We Can Geek Them, where I post all my hauls. And I am on TikTok, but that one's super different. That is called Creature Gaiden, and it's mostly me talking about Japanese yokai and urban legends. And I'm having a lot of fun. I don't do that for views. I just do that as a hobby to the hobby, just for fun. So if you want to follow me there, I post randomly, but whatever. That's Creature Gaiden, Gaiden, Gaiden.
Speaking of, have you seen there's like a Shigeru Mizuki like encyclopedia type thing coming out of yokai?
I want that. I need that in my life. Who's putting that out?
I don't know if it's coming out in English, but we can find out.
I'll get it regardless and use my phone to translate it. I'll take a picture and it'll translate the text and I'll read it through my phone. I need that. Oh, by the way, wait a minute. What's the book that's coming out from Dark Horse? We didn't talk about that. Shoot. There's a book coming out from Dark Horse. Am I mistaken?
Sorry. The good news for you, I think it's a Spanish publisher.
Hey, I can finally read something that's not in the freaking English.
Spanish edition from Satori Ediciones CB.
There you go. I want that.
No, that came out in 2019.
Well, I still need it.
Yeah, so go get it. A through M. And so that means there's a second volume with the N through the Z.
Baby.
Dark Horse new series. They have the new printing of the Lone Wolf and Cub Gallery Edition is on.
That's it. Yeah. Gallery Edition. There you go.
And the first 4 omnis of that are currently, as well as 7, but that's been for a while, are on Right Stuff right now. So anyone who needs that. Oh, that I was going to say that. Sorry, I meant to say this earlier in the show. That my pledge that I made on Twitter. I'm going to say it here. There's several reasons I did this. Number one, I'm tired of when I post my library and people are like, "Why don't you have Gantz?" And then I have to explain every single time I see it because I'm confident that there will be like hardcovers. So I sold it. I'm tired of having to explain it. So I decided for myself, I rebought the entire thing. I will buy the entire series in the 3-in-1 omnis. The last volume is going to be 12. It's going to be 4-in-1. We'll have the whole series again. I'll have the whole series on my shelves again. If the hardcovers come out, I will give them away for free in celebration of...
You'll have a milestone eventually on the channel, and you can do like a giveaway for that.
Well, it'll be specifically when that gets announced. And I said...
Exactly.
I posted on Twitter, and I said, when this happens, I will come back to this post and announce the giveaway and what the terms are. And I will pay for shipping worldwide. I don't care where you are. I will. That is an investment on me and my beliefs. Is that I will give these away for free because I do strongly believe, and it's a reward for everyone else for me being right about my beliefs. But I did also buy them because there's a little nagging bit in the back of my head that's like, what if you're wrong?
Yeah, Gantz sells well for
Dark Horse. So and it's the last volume comes out next year. When Blade of the Immortal had the omnibus editions coming out, the last volume came out, and it was like within a few months or so they announced the hardcovers, and the next year the hardcovers started coming out. The final volume of Blade comes out next year. The final volume, until it winds up being on a long time between volumes, for Berserk is also coming out next year.
Yep.
And there's only currently enough material for Kurosaki Corp's delivery service that they already said they're going to do 6, and they're going to continue doing them. That there's only enough material for 9 right now. So the big, like the prestige, like the expensive volumes that they're releasing right now over at Dark Horse are all going to be coming to halts within the next year or so. And I feel like it's the perfect time for them to come out and be like, okay, let's go ahead and do another line
They
of
need new
deluxe
stuff. Yeah.
So I'm going to say Gantz, and is the one that I think is the most likely. The other one that's most likely is going to be Lone Wolf and Cub. And of course, they're investing in that again by reprinting the gallery, by reprinting all the Omnis. And if that one happens, I know I've talked about how I don't like it, but if that one happens, I will buy all of the Omnis to give that one away as well, Lone Wolf and Cub, just to give it away. I mean,
I'm not huge into Lone Wolf and Cub, but if they do a deluxe, I'd be willing to get the deluxes and read it.
yes,
I tried reading it and I didn't dig it 100%.
That's how I feel as well. And I think that, like, if I tried it again, there's a chance that I would enjoy it, maybe go at it with a different mindset. But I will invest on my beliefs and buy the whole set to give away for that, as well as Gantz. And I don't know yet if I'm going to do it, but if Trigun happens, because that's the one that I want more than anything, but I don't think
they still have the license for it.
They do. If I'm not wrong, they do. And if they do hardcovers for that one, I'm not yet. I might consider doing a giveaway of my set for that. But I'm a little more attached to those because those are the ones that I bought like back in from 2004 to 2009 of those Triguns. So I have a little bit more of a sentimental attachment. But I want to give back to the community, and I like to celebrate myself by doing things for other people.
That's wholesome.
You put out, because people say like put good in and you get good out. Like I feel like you should for me, like I've had a good life. I have good friends. I have good things have happened to me. I have good people around me that care about me. And because of that, I feel like I've taken good out of life already, so I need to put good back out there. Like it's like a reverse karma. Like I've had so much that I want to keep feeding, and you create the positivity that you want to see in the world, and that's what I want to see out of the community. And I think that there's often too much negativity that like the only way to combat that is to be an example of like, this is the type of positivity, like giving things away, giving love of the medium to the world. It's like, if I'm right about something, I want to celebrate me being right about it because it feels good to be right, but I want to celebrate it by giving back to the community.
Yeah.
That's what we need to hear. Those are my pledges.
Trigun, new anime, new hardcover sounds like a good idea.
It sounds like a great idea. It sounds like a fantastic idea. Indeed. # blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. Too stressed to be blessed. I say that a lot, but it's the things that I get stressed about are often so small that it's okay.
Does Dark Horse still have Oh My Goddess, or did they drop that?
That I don't know.
Because I would like to see that in an oversized format.
That'd be a long series to do, but it would be a good set to do in hardcover.
I don't think it's popular right now, but it could be something that they could work on.
Yeah. If something were to happen, like a new anime.
Wait a minute. I'm back. I had to step out, Riley. I noticed you don't have Gantz anymore. Why is that? Just kidding. You're gonna get those comments when you put the library tour video again. Where's Gantz? Why do you have Gantz? What happened to Gantz?
Well, I just have to wait because I ordered it like last week, so it should come in. Because I have a video already. This week's video is my buyer's guide. Next week's video, I'll finally put out my Comic-Con haul video, which I've had filmed for like a month, but have just been too lazy to film it or edit. And then I'll do the week thereafter, I'll probably do the library tour. And by that time, those books should come in. And that way I can literally point at them and be like, y'all did this. Y'all did this.
No, Omar said Dark Horse does not have Oh My Goddess. Well, that sucks. What would you give away when the Alf Omnibus gets announced? Please don't.
I would give myself away.
My God.
I would ascend.
Oh
I
man.
die and go to heaven at that
I
point.
swear if that Alf thing happens before an Inhumans omnibus, I'm a throw a fit. I'm gonna throw hands.
You gonna go like out to? Are they still in Burbank? Like go out to Marvel in Burbank and like
I'd be
scream
like,
at
at
David.
David.
I
David,
was
where my Inhumans omnibus at?
rotating through names. I was like Peter David, Peter Gabriel, David Gabriel.
David So we'll see what happens. So that's it. That's all we got. We'll be back on Monday for hauls, preview, reads, and all the new collected editions of that week. And then Wednesday, media night. And then Thursday, we do it all over again with another manga episode. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting. Share the video if you found it entertaining and useful. Really appreciate it. It makes the channel grow. And we want that. We want new people to watch the show. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe. God bless. Catch you on the next stream.